Hi, and thank you for watching one of my videos. I've done hundreds if you want to watch the rest. If you've got nothing to do for the next 3 months. Yeah, so disclaimers up front, my personal opinions. I'm not the facts person. I'm not a researcher. I just get notions in my head. You'll find that from today's video that sometimes it's a little weird how I come about my topics. I'm not like, I don't research as a rule. I go where it all takes me. And today it takes me in quite a dark place. So these are my thoughts on that. Don't quote me. Research is out there if you want to research shit. And secondly, I swear a lot. And I'm going to swear in this one. Well, I swear in all of my videos. I can't help myself. Like that. But yeah, because it's a dark subject and it's concerning complete pieces of shit. So this, let's get into it. Oh yeah, and also if you aren't subscribed and you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe to my channel, join in the discussion, let's make mates, let's start formulating plans on how to take over the world back from the bastards. Yeah. Okay, so recently I did a video, just backtrack a bit. Recently I did a video on how people are being nasty at each other, and it was getting me down, vis-a-vis the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, which I found fascinating as a victim of domestic violence myself. Not victim, survivor of domestic violence myself. You know, I found shit like that interesting. It was pure comedy gold in places, and no else to do. Mild entertainment, like mindless entertainment. Let's go in. Was it, you know, following it along? Bit of a soap opera going on there. But a lot of people, not one person, a lot of people were calling people like me dull cunts and the like, because we're stupid for following this mindless entertainment, for finding mindless entertainment entertaining. Makes us stupid. Bread and circuses was thrown around, all of this fandango. Never, still to this day, don't know what it was that they were thinking that we were being distracted from, but they were like saying that it was all a show, that it was scripted. It's like, Amber Heard can't fucking act that well. Shut up. Yeah, all people who'd not watched it were saying that it was fake. I really dislike that about the Truther community, where people will say stuff without having any knowledge of it whatsoever. They'll state something as fact and launch attacks and whatnot. Anyways, that's me, but I sound so bitchy when I say that. Like I say, it's a whole group of people. I'm not slugging them, you know, like mates, you know, get on well, another thing. It's just that there were, you know, I did say to a couple of them, like, you know, like, I have a brain, do you know what I mean? I understand that this isn't, you know, the be-all and end-all of society. I know that shit's going on. And I'm welcoming this destruction and whatever. But, you know, like, there has to be a, you're an idiot, you're a cunt, like, and all. It's not good. Anyways, today I realised that I have actually been guilty of being distracted, because I'd completely forgotten about something. And today I remembered it. And I feel quite stupid. And I've not dull, but stupid, and mildly irked by it. So I thought I'd share, see if anybody else, please leave me a comment below if you too are guilty of being duped like I have been. And it's Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell and the Lolita Express. And obviously that has been massively in the news for a couple of years. And you know, like, it's been a massive distraction in Pope. Obviously, nobody's been held to account for it. Jeffrey Epstein was out. It is oft, whether you think that he was murdered. He didn't kill himself, that's for damn fucking sure. Like, literally, no. Whether you believe he was killed by somebody or whether you believe he got out of there, personally, I believe he's still alive and well and living in Droitwich. But yeah, I think, I don't actually mean Droitwich, it's a quote, like, just ignore that bit. Don't go looking in Droitwich for Jeffrey Epstein, you'll be wasting your time. Placata. Anyways, so yeah, so literally everybody's been Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, obviously. The whole Ghislaine Maxwell trial, even though it wasn't televised, everybody, and Harvey Weinstein to a certain extent. These people, Harvey Weinstein was obviously a sex pest, and we got the whole Me Too and all this, that and the other. You know, women, fully grown women, young women, but older women, and Terry Crews, you know, getting assaulted by rich, powerful people. And we know this goes on, and apparently Harvey Weinstein, again, apparently, I think personally that they've got an island somewhere where they're just racking these people up, personally. I think they ship them off. I don't think that they make them serve time. But even if they make them serve time, it's one person out of a ring. And obviously Jeffrey Epstein isn't here to have a say on anything anymore. Ghislaine Maxwell is out of the picture too. And Prince Andrew is alive and well and living in Droitwich. He's just going about his daily fucking business. All he had to do was shell out 12 million quid. It's like, literally, yeah, you can sexually assault women. But, again, sexually assault women. Young women, indeed. Jeffrey Epstein was assaulting, trafficking young women, girls. And this makes the people that engaged in this, it was like a kind of a sort of a prostitution ring, if you like. You know, like these girls were paid money to provide sexual services to rich and powerful men and women, right? Of their own free will. They weren't chained. We've not got an R. Kelly situation here. They weren't beaten. They were paid. They were degraded, and they had to do dirty things with dirty people that they didn't want to do. But they got paid for that. And this made the people that engaged in this hebephiles. Now, a hebephile, let me just read it for you. Hebephilia is the strong, persistent sexual interest by adults in pubescent children who are in early adolescence, typically ages 11 to 14. And that is as far as we know as Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell went. They groomed teenage girls, and sometimes younger. They groomed them to perform sexual acts for money on rich and powerful people. It was a sex ring, right? And literally everything has been that for several years. Obviously before we got Weinstein, and that was grown women being sexually abused. Anyways, today I had a little, oh my God, I'm getting to the bit where I realised I've been duped. So I played this game. It's going to sound a bit weird until the penny drops. I played this game on my phone called Bermuda Adventure, I think. Bermuda Adventures, something like that. And it's like a farming game, I think they call them. You know, like Farmville, that kind of thing. And you get temporary lands. Now, I have a thing with words. I like to pronounce words the way that they're not meant to be pronounced. Because I just like words. I find it interesting. So, like, the word that I'm looking at, hebephilia, hebephilia, Yeah, right. I just say I'll say different intonations on different letters and different parts of the word and things like this, just for fun. Anyway, I'm playing Bermuda Island, and a new temporary land has opened up. Elephant Island, right? And I called it Elephantis Land. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. What the fuck happened to James Elephantis? Now, for obviously, please let me know if you had forgotten about all of this too. What with, like, am I the only person who's guilty of being duped here? But I've not heard the name James Elephantis in a very long time. But before Me Too, I think, and before the old Epstein shit, we had Pizzagate. Now, there is enough evidence in Pizzagate. James Elephantis should be behind bars. And I had a little look, just a quick Google. I can't find that he's actually behind bars. I found this article by thephaser.com. Eyewitness. James Elephantis was caught butt-fucking 11-year-old who then committed suicide. Now, again, that hebephilia, 11 years old and whatever. But this involved small children. In Comet Ping Pong, where Pizzagate Surrounds from, is centred in, there is a huge amount of paedophilic artwork. Abramovich, what's her first name? Maria Abramovich. She's not behind bars. Hillary Clinton, obviously, if you believe frazzle drip is a thing, I have no reason not to, but knowing that Hillary Clinton is not behind bars. Now, we've been in the news, yes, young girls have been trafficked, grown women have been abused in Hollywood, and indeed children, like Corey Haim and Corey Feldman have admitted that they were abused. Macaulay Culkin, nothing's been done about any of these people. But Pizzagate was swept under the fucking rug, and that is the worst of the worst. There are people out there, rich, powerful people, who get their kicks, or for whom a young lass who's been paid good money to lick their dick just doesn't float their boat. They need to put their fucking face in the warm bowels of a fucking open child's stomach. There are people out there like that. There are people who torture and petrify young children so that they can drink adrenochrome. Adrenochrome, again, adrenochrome has become just something a word that people bandy about. Nobody actually takes it. Well, they do. Some of us do, but the majority of people will go, oh, adrenochrome, that's that thing. Oh, that's that thing that keeps people young. Oh, yeah, Celine Dion's meant to be on that, isn't she? Like shit like that. We've been desensitised to it, but ultimately, there are small children. There are disabled children. They're the easiest because you could just shove them off the side of the boat. Or, like as with the Lolita Express, that had a little chute down the back that you could open mid-flight and chuck out your victims into the sea, never to be seen again. Literally, there are evil, evil people in this world. And we've just been going like, Epstein didn't kill him. We've been memeing it. We've just been memeing it. And we need to actually, because right now, there is a child, more than one. Right now, there are probably dozens, if not hundreds. No, actually, there will be thousands of children suffering on the planet at the minute. But let's just take one. Right now, there will be a child who is being tortured and raped and murdered for somebody's sexual gratification just because they have enough money and enough power to get away with it. And it needs stopping. So again, right, let's get the conversation going. How do we get this back in the public eye? How do we save these kids? Because back, it was, the hashtags were save the children, save all children, save children, just literally. And we've, in the news has dragged us forward a few years. But there are people out there who eat babies. It's a fact. It's not the stuff of conspiracy theory. The higher up you get up the power food chain and the monetary food chain, the more debauched, base and vile your instincts get, and the further you have to push it to get your rocks off. Literally. And the more that we allow people to become billionaires while the majority of people suffer, and there be this huge wealth gap, the easier it's going to be for these people to get away with it. Everything is wrong. The world is on its fucking head. Let's get together and do something about it. Oh, and side note, if you add me on Facebook, make sure that you add Kerry Ann with a hyphen. Howitt. The one without a hyphen is the scammers. And send me a message if you're going to send me a friend request, because I delete if I don't have mutual friends. So I need to know why you want to be on my friends list, and you know that we're going to actually speak to each other. All of that being said, let's do something about this. Yeah, let's change some shit. Let's not forget what is really going on with all the pantomime that's on the TV. Because Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, was nothing more than a distraction. Well, a lot more than a distraction. And yes, girls were abused. I stand with them. Let's just say I've had my own little moments. I empathise and sympathise greatly, but it's not all that's going on. Dig deeper, look further, keep your wits about you, and let me know, as I said, in the comments below, if you are guilty, like I am, of being distracted by this shit. And let's get the true bad people locked the fuck up, because too many people are walking free, and it's not good. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.